Hi everyone, Helena here, and today I'm going to be chatting all about North America's star nail artist Challenge 3 with the brains behind Challenge 3, and that is the fabulous Giorgia Cappella, who is head of education and spa at the GelBottle. So, welcome, Georgia.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
And we were just saying before we came on that this challenge was so exciting, and people really seemed to embrace the theme, which was manifest your 2025 dreams onto nails. So, what did you think overall of the 28 nail designs that
Thank
we
you
had?
so much for that.
Oh, we've got to have a good old British brew while you do
Delivery
this.
unreal. Um, so I was honestly overwhelmed by the response. I think when we came up with the initial concept, when the team were chatting about what the brief would be, and kind of manifestations came up, it worked so nicely because obviously it was the first month of the year anyway. We moved into 2025, so I've been obviously doing their vision boards and everything at the same time anyway. But I kind of just when we said it, I kind of just was like, oh yeah, people will just kind of paint their goals on their nails. And then actually, when the entrance came through, I was honestly overwhelmed, and I was sharing it with my boyfriend at home because I just couldn't believe the level of the skill set and the way that the brief had been interpreted, and so much design and creativity had been put into the set. And from I felt like I think I assumed it was just going to be very like literal representations of your 2025 manifestations, and
Yeah.
I could have been more wrong. Like every single person thought outside the box. They used a range of different kind of media styles to and different products to produce different elements of the nails, and part of their vision boards. And yeah, I was really blown away. I feel like the skill set when it comes to nail art in the US is incredibly different to what we see in the UK as well anyway. And yeah, it was just absolutely amazing. I think there were so many different variations on the theme as well, which I love. Like some were a little bit more literal, but incredibly detailed and with these amazing kind of deep, meaningful things behind them, and others were kind of completely out the box that
Yeah.
unless you'd read the book or watched the video, you wouldn't necessarily have understood it. And I loved that. I loved the complete mixture. And yeah, I just honestly, it was amazing. I think it was so helpful for me as a judge that the write-up was part of the process, because that really helped me understand each individual entry properly and what the hidden meaning was and what was important to these contestants. And it was just beautiful to see that some things were some things that's for everyone are materialistic, and others are much more kind of deep, meaningful in terms of personal development. And I absolutely loved the way that everybody incorporated a mixture of both into their designs.
Yeah, definitely. I'm completely with you on all of that. I just it was so nice to see such a diverse range
Yeah.
of nail art designs. And like you said, like having those hidden meanings in some, because on face value, like, oh, I can't see what that is straight away. But that brief, that write-up is such an important part of it, because it
Yeah.
really helps you understand. And then you think, oh my goodness, that's so clever how that's
Yeah.
been done.
There's one that has honestly stuck with me since I looked at it. And because I was trying to work out what order I wanted to do it in. Did I want to look at the pictures, then the brief, then the video, which order? And I kind of got into the swing of it in the end. But on this specific one, I'd looked at the pictures first and they were gorgeous. And then I read the brief. And honestly, this one sentence has stuck with me for ages, ever since. And it was like the jellyfish that they had incorporated into their design was because they wanted to go with the flow a lot more in 2025. And I was like, oh my God, that is genius. Like that
Yeah.
is so good. I want like a jellyfish is now my spirit. Like I need to be going with the flow. I thought that is so incredible. I've never thought of a jellyfish. Like I never would have interpreted a jellyfish as that.
Yeah.
And brilliant. Absolutely loved it. And it's just honestly stuck with me. I've been saying it to everyone. I'm a
Yeah,
jellyfish.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Everyone's a jellyfish. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the creativity that's involved. And like
Yeah.
this is what I love about our industry and nail artists. They're in a league of their own, because it's
100%.
that thinking power, and it's that attention to detail, but it's it's how nail artist brains work completely differently to
Yeah,
so many other industries, and it's things like that that are the prime example. And it's so
100%.
exciting to kind of see those things. Just think, what you feel like you've seen it all every now and again, and then you're like, oh my goodness, now I'm still stunned,
Yeah,
still shocked.
yeah, absolutely. And it's been amazing. I've been sharing some of the entries with the team here because it's so amazing, especially those that had really pushed the boundaries with what you can use BAB to create. And I think you'll pull up one in a minute that used BAB to create some really incredible 3D elements to the design. And the team here, it was amazing for them to see firsthand how people can manipulate product to not just do an overlay, but instead create such intricate different elements and really push kind of the boundaries of what products are normally kind of used for. And it's just fascinating. Like the creativity that sits within a nail artist is incredible anyway, and the ability to create such in-depth designs on such a small canvas, because regardless of it being a long nail, it's still a very, very small canvas. And I think that is just a skill on its own to be able to produce something on such a tiny scale that has such a big impact.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, we're going to pull up some of your favorite designs and have a little bit of a chat about those. But I just want to remind everybody that it is judged anonymously. So when the entries come in, I number them in a folder. And so, we keep it as anonymous as possible. So we will find out who is behind each of your favorite designs now. So first, I'm going to pull up one by Jane Tuttle, who
Yeah,
sorry, this is the wrong one. No, bear with me. That was one of your other favorites, Jessica Vera. So we'll come to her in a moment. Sorry, bear with.
right.
Um, here we go. That's the right one. Sorry. Yeah, my screen, I've got too many windows open, so I'm getting myself confused. But right, this is this is by Jane Tuttle, and this was based on her desire to go to Iceland. So tell us what you loved about this one.
So I loved about this one that I loved that it was a very literal representation of your goal for 2025. I loved that it was so personal to something that you actually have been wanting to do and wanting to save up and want to achieve this year. And I love that it took over the whole set because it's really, really beautiful design. The way that the colours all pull together, the way that the different nail art all pulls together. And I absolutely love the little 3D elements that have been added into there to give it a little bit more depth and a little bit more going on. But I just, honestly, I love it. It's very like, although that's just kind of one thing off your vision board, the impact that is had from pulling through kind of very kind of staple Icelandic elements, and then like with the colors and the nail art, I think it's just absolutely beautiful. I think the way that these have actually been carried out, like they're perfect. The nail art is on point. Like the 3D elements are just so cute. Like the little volcano with the lava. It's just too much. I think it's so cute. A whale tail coming out of the sea. Yeah, I just absolutely love it. I think this is a really, really beautiful set. It's been from start to finish, and it's just been carried out so well and executed absolutely perfectly. And I just think it's a really nice way to get excited about something that she obviously wants to achieve this year and share it in such a beautiful way.
Absolutely. And it still manages to look really cohesive, even though
Oh,
every nail is so different. And I think it's the
that's it. And I think
color
it's
tone.
that I said that a couple of times as well throughout my judging, like the way it's really important when you are working on a set that spans across 10 nails and has varying different elements to it, if it doesn't really matter how different every single nail is, as long as the colors kind of all work and tie in back to each other. And that has been done really, really well in this set.
Yeah, it's lovely. And it's just, it really showed Jane's hand painting skills here,
Yeah,
and
100%.
her ability to kind of use color and in such a creative way. And like I'm just looking at one with the whale tail here and the compass, just the texture that's in the waves there. It's just so beautifully done. And we really got
Yeah,
to see a
honestly.
variety of her skills being put into action here.
Yeah, that's it. She's demonstrated an incredible skill set here. Yeah, really good. Love it.
Awesome. Right. So we're going to move on to the next one. So I will try and get my windows in line now, so bear with me. Where have you gone? Sorry, we'll get there in a second because there are four that you picked that you especially liked. Let me just close that. Sorry, it's
Right.
not doesn't want to play ball today, but we've got a
Good.
go. Right, we're going next to Kelsey Waldo. So I'll be sharing my screen now, who was actually in the top three overall for this challenge.
Oh, brilliant.
So, and this was one of your
Oh,
favorite picks. And it showed, this was one where it wasn't literal on the nail.
yeah.
Because she said in her write-up that she really, really wants to win this competition, and that's what she's manifesting. But she chose to do it using an inspiration of elements from Asian culture, such as good luck symbols. And she really wanted to show her growth and forward thinking through this design. So, what did you love about this?
I think there's elements to what I love so much about this. I think the first one is that hidden meaning. Like, whilst I love the literal representations as well, when I first looked at this set, the wow factor of the actual design is insane. But then reading through the write-up, I love the hidden meaning. I think some things are so personal for some people, and some people's visions and goals in life are much more than just buying things or achieving things. They're actually that personal development and that personal growth. And I think for me personally, 2025 for me is a lot about personal growth. So I really resonated with the Asian culture and how much personal growth is part of Asian culture. One of my things for this year is consistency, which is a lot of Asian culture as well, and being consistent. And if you're consistent every day, you'll grow by 1% every single day. You just keep growing and growing and growing. Yeah. So this really, really resonated with me. So that element of it was an absolute love. But the actual set is insane. Like the intricacy behind the nail art, the way the colors have been chosen, the detailing, like literally everything about this set I think is absolutely stunning. I would love to have these on my own nails. That Asian culture, the way that the women have been represented, the birds, just honestly, I think it's fantastic. Honestly, absolutely love it.
And
really, really set.
And she's taken elements on these green nails here of Japanese pottery where they fixed it all with gold when there were cracks. And I think that's really symbolic of the fact that, life presents challenges. There are cracks in areas, but sometimes that can make things even more beautiful.
Nobody is perfect, and that is absolutely fine.
Exactly. And sometimes imperfections can make you stronger and make you more beautiful, as in in terms of your skill set, and make you move on a stage. And just a beautiful piece to look at. And I'm just going to do a close-up of the thumbs for Kelsey as well. Cool. So there we go.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. And what's really beautiful as well about this nail art design, it's actually, although it's obviously hand painted with gel, it looks a little bit more like a watercolor, and being able to pull that off using gel polish is really, really difficult task, and she's executed it absolutely wonderfully.
Yeah, brilliant. It's just looking at the detail here and those fine brush strokes. This must have taken such a long time.
So long, yeah.
You can really appreciate it when you see it up close like this. So yeah, absolutely beautiful there. Yeah. Right, so on to the third one that you loved. Let's have a look. Someone else that was scored in the top three overall, and that was Anastasia Totti, I can reveal. So she had a lot of manifestations on this one. So each nail represented something different. So just reeling off a couple, she was manifesting a better work-life balance, luck, peace, more time to travel, to embrace more ideas and inspiration, and to have good karma as well. So we see a lot of symbolism in this set. What were your sort of standout takes from this design?
So this one, a little bit different to the other two, was a bit more of a literal representation in terms of each nail had a different meaning. But again, those meanings weren't like immediately visible. Like you didn't immediately understand what those meanings were behind each nail. So again, I love the way that she's thought outside the box. Different ways to represent time, different ways to represent peace and everything. But for me, what stood out so much is that each of these 3D elements was actually created with BIAB, which is, as from someone who has experienced trying to make 3D things out of VR for years, it's not the easiest task in the world. VR isn't the best, like the best product in the world for creating such intricate 3D designs. But the way that she has been able to manipulate the product to produce such a differing amount of elements as well with that VR product is what really, really kind of took my breath away with this set. And it's one I've been actually sharing with the team, because it's amazing to see people using one of our kind of cult products that's never used for something like this in a way that is so delicate and executed so perfectly. And yeah, just outside the box. I just absolutely love it. I think it was just a really, really good interpretation of the brief, a really amazing way to showcase how many different skill sets and techniques she is confident in. And yeah, it's a really, really great representation of the brief.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I think it's one of those designs where the more you look at it, the more you see and the more you pick
Yeah,
up. You never see the same things sort of you have to keep looking at it and then you pick up
100%.
something else. And one of my favorite things that I just thought was very sort of quirky and cute was when she was talking about, you know, having more time. It was the sand timer using the caviar beads, I think there.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was really, really clever. So yeah.
Really clever. I think that element and the creativity behind this set, thinking outside the box and producing so many 3D elements to represent different variations, I was just, yeah, it's really clever. Really, really clever. I love the little ladybird. It's too much for me.
It's awesome. It's really clever, right? And on to your fourth standout one, which was by Jessica Vero. Sorry, got to this one in the end. And on this one, Jessica used both hands to represent her professional goals on one hand and her personal goals on the other. And again, this is quite a literal one. She's manifesting she wants the NASNA win, which will be announced in Orlando. And she also wants to reopen her salon and academy. And then on the personal side, she wants to go to Italy and obtain dual citizenship for Italy. And there's a bookshelf, which I think is on the thumb here. I'll try and get a better picture in a moment. And with the number 75, because she wants to read 75 books in 2025. So, what were your takeaways from this one?
So various different things. First of all, overall wow factor, I absolutely love. Like the intricacy with the hand-painted nail art here is absolutely beautiful. I love that it's a much more literal representation of her 2025 vision board compared to the rest. I can instantly see this and I instantly know what she wants to achieve this year. And I love that. But for me, it's really about like the detail that has gone into every single nail here to produce what she's looking for. And I really resonate it with myself as well. Like, obviously, she's an educator, so this great picture of the apex on her thumb, I think, is absolutely fantastic. Reopening her own salon. I'm also trying to get my dual citizenship for in Italy this year, and my goal was to read 25 books, not 75, 25. But I resonated instantly with this set, and I thought, oh my God, like, we're sharing similar dreams right now. But the way she's carried them out and executed them is perfect. Although each nail is different, they all relate, they all link in beautifully together. Even though one hand is more kind of business and the other hand is more personal, again, the color combinations work really, really nicely together and tie the whole set in. So yeah, this one really resonated with me. And I think that this is a really excellent demonstration of her skill set as a hand-painted nail artist. And yeah, amazing. I absolutely love this one.
Definitely. I'm just going to do a close-up of that thumb so we can see the 75 books, not the 25 books that you're hoping for
Not 25.
but here's the 75.
Yeah, so
I
cool.
loved the matte finish on this one as well. It just it was nice to see some experimentation with that kind of texture too. So I love that.
Shows a really, really great understanding of gel polish itself. A lot of people, when they're using gel polish for nail art, it can, as everyone knows, it can end up being quite textured on the nail because of the consistency of gel polish. But it shows a really, really great level of expertise here that she's managed to create such a detailed set using gel polish that is all perfectly non-bumpy. I don't know what the word is that I'm trying to find for that. But the texture's great. The mixture of colors, the way everything works together, the different top coats that she's used to kind of bring different elements together as well. I think, yeah, perfect.
Yeah, looks awesome. So yeah, they were your top four, and yeah, they were all so very different. And I think that
Yeah.
perfectly explains what you were saying at the start with them, with how our 28 amazing contestants took that theme and ran with it in very, very different ways. And I think this is what's so exciting about this competition, because yes, you have a brief and you have products that you need to use, but it's how people are using their products that's one big element, but it's also what's in their head and what's being portrayed onto the nails, which is just, yeah, it blows my mind.
Yeah, 100%. It's a really great, this competition's a really great opportunity for people to push the boat out as well and really showcase their skills. As we all know, like a lot of our clients don't ever want to go as crazy as we would really love to. So these competitions are a perfect opportunity for people to really kind of get into that creative mindset, as we are creatives, and really, really push ourselves and see what we can achieve. And all the entries have done a great job of proving that.
Absolutely. And the competition is heating up, and sadly the eliminations are getting tougher. And we have seen 7 people from this challenge go into the wildcard deck, and that means that they've had to complete one extra challenge within the space of 4 days that was again set by you and your team. And that was, I mean, the foundation of any great nail design is the base. And so it was using your hero product, which is Builder in a Bottle, otherwise known as Biab, to create an amazing sort of foundation, a glossy finish with a perfect apex. Now, we haven't announced who's through yet. That is later on. But overall, what did you think of the 7 Biab efforts from our wildcard entrance?
So this was hard because obviously you're now down to the 7 people and they're all obviously fighting for a chance to stay in. So it's really difficult, but it was good for us to be able to kind of take it back down to basics. And we are aware already that BAB isn't as popular in the US as it is over in the UK. So it was really amazing to see technicians using our product to actually create kind of a really solid base and really solid foundation and work on that apex. Yeah, the entries were all really, really good. Everyone should be really, really proud of themselves. But it was a great opportunity for us to actually see kind of people work from the first challenge, where we're asking you to create such intense, detailed nail art on a long nail, to then drop it back and actually just focus on the core foundations of being in the industry. And it was, yeah, great to see the difference between the two.
Amazing. Well, I guess we both want to say a huge congratulations to all 28 contestants that nailed this contest, and it was just so nice to hear their stories, and it helps us to get to know them a little bit more and what their hopes are, which is a really, really lovely when we're on the other side of things, isn't it? So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
it's been lovely. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being a wonderful judge for this contest. So we're at the halfway mark now. So we've got 3 more challenges to go until we announce our top 3. And you are on our very prestigious judging panel for those challenges. So yeah, excited to see what happens in challenge 4.
Yeah, me too. Good luck, everyone. Wish you all the best for the rest of the challenge. Just stay true to yourself, stay true to your techniques, and just smash it.
So thanks, Georgia. Take care.
See you later.